Dropping gems from Keisha Christian. She's on a mission, sharing information, knowledge for soul, body and mind. Dropping gems, KeishaGems.com. KeishaGems.com.
Welcome to Just Dropping Gemz, proud partner of Rude Rangers Unite Entertainment. We can now be found on Roku and on the Rude Rangers app. Be sure to download the app on your iOS or Android devices. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Just Dropping Gemz. I'm so happy and I am exhilarated to have one of the co-authors for the book Awaken to Wellness here on my show today. Her name is Rachel Newsome. She's the founder and owner of Crowns on Wellness and holistic self-care practitioner, and she has a passion to teach and help others to do and feel better. Her wish is to help you stick around and enjoy the life you've worked so hard to build. Thank you so much, Rachel, for taking the time out of your busy schedule, because I know you're an entrepreneur and you have a tight, busy schedule. So I just want to thank you so much for taking the time out to coming on this show.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here with you.
Yes, I'm so excited. Well, like I said before, as many of you know, I am a co-author in the book, Awaken to Wellness. And today I have one of my other co-authors on the show who actually wrote chapter 3, the chapter right after mine, which is entitled Light. So we're going to talk a little bit about what inspired her or what called her to be a part of this anthology, and also about her business and what led her on this path of wellness, because we all have a story to tell. Yeah. You've heard my story, and I just want to bring on others to share their story from their path to wellness. So thank you, Rachel, for coming on today.
Thank you.
So Rachel, what inspired you or what called you actually to want to be part of this anthology?
Initially, I was looking for another avenue to be able to really get my message out on like a global scale. And, you know, as an entrepreneur, that's part of your business. That's part of the point of trying to get the product and the services out. And I was trying to just see, how can I be more effective? I use social media, I do in-person things, but I want to start to reach more people outside of my immediate area. And so when Angela kind of presented the idea to me, and then, you know, you hop on a live to check out what's what, it just felt really right. It felt like a great opportunity to, first of all, be in a space where other wellness professionals, they dwell in this area or this space of holistic wellness, and you just want to kind of be in the energy of that. And then, again, you just kind of getting your message out on a more global scale. So I was like, why not? You know, this would be a really good way to check off all of these boxes, but also still stay true to what I'm doing, which is just trying to help people feel better.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I know that you're also one of the instructors, or I should say adjunct faculty member at Legacy Holistic Institute. And I have to say, she's also taught me as well. She's a great instructor. I love being in your classes.
Yeah,
but
awesome.
What actually led you to want to teach as well? I know that you wanted to spread your message on, I would say, at this point, we could say on a global platform.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. Honestly, I've always been a teacher. Like, I've always had that thing where if I know something, I'm always willing to share it. And just people kind of gravitate to like how I teach, because I'm teaching from a place of passion. Like, I really want people to get this information. I want them to use the information. I want it to come across where it's easily, you know, accessible, and it's actionable. It's something that you can do now, you know. And so it was in one of our modules. We were joking around like while we're still in Legacy, and I'm like, I would love to teach for Legacy. And so Angela was like, well, sure, you know, who knows? Like, I'm looking forward to you guys being able to teach, you know, moving forward. And fast forward to, we graduated in May of 2019. Fast forward to September 2019, and I'm a teacher now. So I'm like, like it's happening. Like these things just kind of come into fruition because I put it out there in the universe, and the universe responded. So I'm happy about that.
And we must say we are happy to have you, or at least I'm happy to have you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so teaching has always been a thing for me. Like I love learning. Like I love learning. I'm a bookworm, a book nerd, whatever you want to call it. I am a forever student. And whatever I learn, I just want to teach other people. And people gravitate to it. So I'm like, this is working. I'm doing my role in the universe, so it's working.
You are definitely working in you're definitely walking in your purpose, I must say.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk a little bit about your chapter in the book. We don't want to give everything away because we definitely we want
right.
the book. But tell us what made you what led you to sharing your story of wellness. And even the title, I really love. She's chapter 3. Her title, as I mentioned before, is called Light. So what made you even want to use that? That's a really, it's a high vibrational word.
It really is.
Because when I think of light, I think of a candle and lighting the darkness. And we are all light.
Yeah.
So what led you to want to share your story of wellness? And can you give like a brief synopsis of your chapter?
Sure. So the reason for the title is like you said, it's a high vibrational word. It's not just in what it does, but it's the movement of it. You get what I'm saying? So like light can bend and form around things. It can illuminate things. It's like it's so fluid sometimes, and sometimes you need that. Sometimes it's like you just need something that's extending beyond you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I needed something that would extend out into the world that was beyond me, that was beyond this physical form standing in this one spot. How can I reach other people? How can I be a beacon for other people who may have dealt with similar issues as I have? So the word itself came from just me wanting to really stay connected to my purpose on this planet, stay connected to what my business stands for, and just be authentic and true. And it was a lot of people who were that for me, and they don't even know it. It's, how you're online and people are just putting out phenomenal content, and you're like, wow, I needed that. That was my spark behind wanting to put that out there. Like, I know somebody will need me. I just want to be prepared and ready for when they do. So that's where the title came from. And just as far as like a quick synopsis of like my journey, struggling with health, with reproductive issues, and sometimes feeling like this is a normal part of life, not really understanding that it's not, learning that, experiencing that. And then as I'm getting older, something in me is shifting to say, okay, Rachel, this is not normal. You have to do better. Like you can do better. You just need to find the right resources. And that's basically what it was. It's like, I want to feel better. I want to be able to defy the odds, because everybody try to put you in a box. And I'm like, I don't want to be in a box. I just want to be free. I want to be free to be myself. I want to feel better. I want to live in a good space, a nice, energetic space. But I can't do that if I'm sad. I can't do that if I am having self-doubt. I can't do that if all of the things around me reflect negativity. So I was like, well, I got to fix myself. Nobody else is going to rescue me or help me. So I got to fix myself. So, I just took a journey of trying other methods to do that, trying natural remedies to correct the root cause of my reproductive issues and other issues too, because I had like carpal tunnel, high blood pressure, reproductive, like all of this stuff is happening, and I'm only like 19 years old. It's crazy.
Oh, young.
It was crazy. And so I had to fix it. I had to do something, because everybody else just wanted to shove medicine down my throat. You just try it just this one way. And I'm like, if it's not working, or if it's taken this long to work and I haven't seen any progress, there's got to be a different way. I don't want to change the goal, but I got to change the plan. So
Exactly.
yeah.
You continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. That's insanity.
Yeah,
That's basically the definition of it.
For sure.
So, just for the listening audience and also the viewing audience, what exactly do you mean when you had mentioned that with the way you were living, you knew it wasn't normal? What exactly do you mean by that? Can you explain that a little bit more?
Oh, sure. So I found out as I got deeper into my journey that having a menstrual cycle that lasts 7, 10, 14, 30 days, that is not normal. I learned that at 19, there were so many complications happening in my body, but there was no external thing that I can tie it to, like something is not right. But you push it off to the side and keep trucking on with your life. Like you got stuff to do. You're trying to live. You're trying to keep up with what society says you need to be doing. And you push yourself up to the side. You push your health up to the side, and it becomes normalized because you deal with it every day. And somebody say, well, what's wrong with you? I'm like, well, this hurts. Did you look at it? Nah, this is normal. Like, I've been dealing with this. Well, it's not normal, Rachel. That's not how your body is supposed to be functioning. Your body shouldn't be breaking down at 19 and 20 years old. Like, you're still a baby. You're still fresh in this form. It shouldn't be that way. And then, like, just looking at other relatives too, how years, I didn't find out about a lot of the health issues that my family members were having, my older family members were having, until I was an adult. Like in good into, my 20s and 30s, my late 20s, early 30s, doing my business and stuff like that. I didn't learn that they had health issues until then. I'm like, but you're 50 something. You've been, I've known you since, you were in your teens, and I've seen this same, issue just kind of truck along with you, and you just dealt with it all of these years. Yeah. And now it's like when you can't walk, or when you're having trouble doing regular stuff, like chronic headaches and things like that. I'm like, that's not normal. That cannot be normal. So that's what I meant by that.
But it's funny how we make these things our normal. Because even while you were talking about, we talk about our menstrual cycle. Even me as a teenager, getting cramps for me at that time was normal. I know, missing school, I just remember missing exams, all sorts of things, because especially my first day of my cycle. And it's not until I was in my 30s, and I actually touch on this with part of my health problems that I had that started back in 2007. It was heavy bleeding, menstrual cramps, out of this world, and it was just getting worse. And taking all sorts of medication, to the point where they had to put me on birth control pills. Yep. And meeting with an herbalist, that's what changed my life.
Facts. Definitely. Indeed. Like, it's crazy how I realized throughout when we did the launch, everybody shared that one piece. Like, everybody had something health related, and it was mostly reproductive system related, where it's like it started so young, but nobody knew. Not our mothers, our aunts. Well, most of our aunts and mothers didn't know what to do, because they felt this was normal. Like, this happened to them, this is happening to you, this is your rites of passage to becoming a woman. And it's like, but this feeling is not normal. And you're right, like, our culture has always been, we do what we can with what we have, right? And for a long time, many of our grandmothers still use herbal remedies and things like that. And we got so far away from it because technology changes things. Society just says, oh, okay, this is new, this is in, and this is out, and you just kind of roll with that. But it's like we got so far away from just the holistic side of things that now that it's a resurgence, it's a beautiful thing. And shout out to the herbalist that kind of got us all right, because that's where my journey started too, with the herbalist. A lady taught me, actually, the lady who taught me my very first herbology class, she's a really awesome mentor of mine, but we're also using her space for an upcoming event too. So shout out to the herbalist.
That is beautiful. Yes. And I'm so happy that both of us were put on that path.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Rachel, and our viewing audience, we're going to take a break right now, and we're going to hear a word from our sponsor. Thank you so much for listening to and watching Just Dropping Gems. This episode is sponsored by #PureRomance by Venice. Venice Richards, your Pure Romance consultant, inspires women to enhance their intimate lives and take care of their sexual health. Book your party today. Info in the show notes or description box below if you are watching this on YouTube.
Would the weather keep you from going outside today? Don't suffer from annoying allergy symptoms. Claim your free gift. www.keishagems.com/courses. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Dropping Gems Academy is offering certifications that can allow you to turn your investment into a certified holistic practice. Use this introduction course as an all-natural alternative seasonal year-long allergy treatment option. Empowered with knowledge, you can help me spread awareness with the rest of the world. Driven by a passion for holistic studies, Author Keisha Christian has listened to your requests and expanded the techniques shared in her acclaimed resource guide, Holistic Gems, How to Treat Seasonal and Year-Long Allergies Naturally, into a full online course. The second installment in her published Dropping Gems series has inspired parents, teachers, naturalists, the therapists to reassess the way they handle seasonal allergy symptoms. Now this course will help you do the same. Sign up to get your free gift. The first 10 registrants get 50% off using the code DroppingGems50 at checkout.
Welcome back to Just Dropping Gems. On today's episode, I have Rachel here as we continue to our conversation about wellness.
Yes.
So Rachel, can you tell us what actually made you want to start your company? I must say, I love the name Crowns On.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
So
Thank you.
what made you come up with that name, first of all, and what made you actually go into starting your company?
So back in 2013, there was a post on Facebook. And it was a gentleman, I have no idea who he is. One of my friends shared his post and I so happened to see it. And he was talking about how the African genes the African genes is a little bit different. Genetically speaking, we're just a little bit different and we require a different type of nutrition system and all of this stuff. And I was like, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. And then at that time, I was really into a lot of documentaries like Hidden Colors and a lot of it was a lot of documentaries that I was just watching, and it just kind of ignited this fire in my body. I'm like, why didn't I know this? Why didn't I know this about my own culture, about my own history? And then it got me to thinking, like, what will I pass down to my kid? Like, I wasn't pregnant or, no intentions of anything like that. But I'm just thinking, like, what would I be able to culturally pass to my child that is something worth holding on to? And so that's where the name Crowns On actually came from. Mm-hmm. So I said, if, all these documentaries is telling me like I'm from royalty, at some point in history, I came from royalty. So I'm like, I want to stick to that because that means you hold yourself in a higher regard. You take better care of yourself. There's a presence and a confidence of you, presenting to the world who you are, what you stand for. I'm like, I feel like that. I'm a Leo anyway. So I'm always like, I'm always like that. So that's where the actual name came from. And then just what would I give if I created this business? What gifts and talents of mine could I share with the world? And it just so happened that, I was dealing with polycystic ovarian syndrome. And then I'm looking at what are some of the resources that we need in our community now, teaching people how to garden so you can grow your own food so you're not dependent on a system to give you stuff. Looking at what are we putting in our bodies as far as water, or how are we hydrating ourselves. In Detroit and in Flint, we had a water crisis, which is still ongoing in Flint, but in Detroit, it kind of dies down because it's a high traffic city. It's a high visibility city. And so just looking at all of the things that us as African Americans have access to that is not so great, but we can directly affect it and change it. I'm like, that's where I want to be. I want to be in the space of change. As they say, you want to be a change agent so that you can reinstill the principle of do for yourself, take care of yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to do that for you.
Yeah.
Because you'll be waiting a long time. Self-preservation, where is your mindset of self-preservation in this moment? Because we need it. So that's how Crowns On kind of snowballed into actually establishing it as a legit business, going through all the legal channels and stuff like that. But as I got further into it, you can't serve everybody and you can't make everybody do what you're saying, right?
Yes, true.
So I started to have to niche down a little bit to figure out how can I be the most effective, which is where legacy came into play, because I'm like, people won't listen to me unless I have letters behind my name, which is weird, but it's the culture. It's the culture. People don't want to listen to you until you have some type of credentials that they say is valid. So I'm like, that was a selfish moment for me, because I'm like, is this the only way you can learn or listen to me? Well, let me go take care of this. Let me go become a certified health coach, and then we can continue this conversation. Mm-hmm. When I got into the program, it just blew my mind. I'm like, yo, I can do so much. And then it moved from me being in that personal space of I'm just here to get a credential. I'm not really here to change my business, but it changed my life, which changed my business. So that's how it all kind of came to be.
And I think for all of us entrepreneurs at school, it's probably has done that as well.
Yeah, for
Your
sure.
story mirrors mine so much. And I know that your business has evolved from that time as it is to now. And you're probably I could see you're going to be stepping in and doing things that you never even thought of doing or imagined.
Yeah.
You're going to
appreciate that.
You're going to be in places you never imagined.
Yeah.
And even working on projects you never imagined you're going to do.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Definitely. I see it.
Yes. Come on now. Share that vision. Share it.
I see it because I see it with me. I never thought I'd be in an anthology. I always thought that I would just write my own books and I'd be the only author, not sharing it with other authors. Never thought it at all. That is so beautiful. I love it. So what do you see as far as the future for Crowns On?
Ooh, so it's so much, right? You have 1,001 billion thoughts running through your mind every day. And if you're lucky enough, you catch a couple of them and write it down. But I'm just, at this point, I would love to have my own retreat, space. Somewhere beautiful, somewhere warm, something that kind of really speaks to the soul. I do want to have a retreat center or just a wellness center where it's a one-stop shop. And then I incorporate, just like we did with the anthology, you incorporate other aspects of wellness, like mental health professionals and all of that stuff. You want to incorporate into your one area, your one place. That's my biggest thought now. But all of the smaller goals that I have set out at this point is just continuing to serve people in the best way that I know how, which is through, my programs, my coaching programs, my yoga programs, nutrition programs, things like that. And just being in a space where people who need me have access to me to feel better and move better, be different, so.
That's beautiful. Oh, we didn't even touch on that. So your company, as you just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
it actually has a nutrition component to it. So you
Mm-hmm.
actually, what you do like coaching in that aspect,
Yes.
or okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so we do coaching, we do live demos. I host an event every year called Dining with Vegans since 2017,
Mhm.
where we invite people who are skeptics of veganism or just plant-based food, not necessarily veganism, because you can be a vegan and still kind of have unhealthy habits, but
Yeah.
just really getting people rerouted to plant-based nutrition, seeing how the food that you eat, a whole food, meaning a whole apple or a whole cucumber or something like that, how you can prepare it in different ways that could really be delicious and obviously is very nutritious for the body. So we do coaching programs around it. We do grocery store visits with people. We do pantry cleanouts. We do like the live demos and things like that. So it's a lot just to get people excited about touching their food again, and not leaving it to somebody else. Mm-hmm.
Nice. And then you know what too? Preparing your own meals.
Yeah.
I'm actually touched a little on that in my chapter,
Mm-hmm.
where you don't understand the energy you're putting into food when you actually prepare it yourself. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with eating out. I'm not against that at all. Personally, I don't eat out as much. I like home cooked food.
Yes.
It's really important that you prepare your food.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact that you're actually teaching others how to do that as well.
Yeah.
You could actually put healing energy into your food.
Yes.
Yes.
That's actually one of the taglines for Crowns On. It says, thank you for supporting Crowns On. It was prepared with love and positive energy in mind.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
So I love the fact that you're doing that and showing people how they could, in a way, they're healing themselves through food.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then another thing you mentioned was movement. You didn't say the word, but you talked about yoga. So you actually teach yoga as well?
Yep, I'm a certified yoga instructor. I'm actually certified in Kemetic yoga, which is an ancient Egyptian practice. But I've tried all of the yogas. I like most of the yogas, but I love Kemetic yoga. Not only does it speak to me on a personal level, on a spiritual level, but just a genetic level. It's something strange when you have something that resonates through your cells. So that one for me was extremely positive and extremely powerful, and just incorporated into my life. And it's like everything that I learned, I'm trying to teach it to y'all. Like, come and get this stuff. But yep, I've been doing Kemetic yoga. I got certified in Kemetic yoga back in 2016, but I was practicing it beforehand. And we actually got a chance to take a trip to Egypt. I went to Egypt in 2017, and it changed my life for, I don't know, you know how you have so many aha moments, so many awakening moments. But this one definitely did just that. It did what it was supposed to do. It was amazing. It was a phenomenal experience. And since then, I've been really pushing that people who look like me, because my business is an Afrocentric holistic wellness business. So it's geared towards people who look like me. Now, everybody tries my business. I have customers and clients from all walks of life, which is a beautiful thing. But it's something when you have something specifically for you. It resonates different when it's geared and designed specifically for you. So, yeah.
I understand that. And I'm just imagining you there in Egypt, doing your poses and all that. I could just picture that. Oh my goodness. One day.
Yes, one day.
One day. And I'll learn Kemetic yoga as well. I always said that I really want to find someone in New York. I hear about all these Kemetic yoga instructors, but I'm putting it out there. Anyone in New York, that's close to me.
Yeah, for sure. Just try it. Like, just going to a class, it will change your world. It really will, because it forces you to really turn everything inward. And all yoga kind of does that. But this particular style of yoga, it does it from a perspective that it communicates with you on a cellular level. It does. It's amazing. So I think you'll fit in just fine in the comedic yoga class.
Yes, yes, I'm excited about that. I do know some of the positions. I've seen them, and
Okay.
but to actually I would like to go to a class.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm looking forward to doing. Hopefully this year.
Yeah, for
I'd love
sure.
to do that. So, you also mentioned another aspect of your business. So you do nutrition, you have the yoga, and what's the other component of your business as well?
So it's the natural herbal remedies component as well as the spiritual wellness component. So it's a 4-pillar system that I've created that is a really good foundation for anybody to build off of. And it's a really good structure to add to your already built out program for life, you know. But the natural herbal remedies, I am a herbalist. Everything that I learned to heal, and use to heal myself, I now create remedies and different protocols for other people to do the same. Specifically women who have reproductive issues. Like, that's my main thing. Because we need our women, we need our babies. We want, we want the people who bring life into this world to feel great and to be great. So my focus is definitely that, but I do all type of herbal remedies for different type of programs and different type of people with different type of diagnosis. So
nice.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned the spiritual component. So what can you explain about that as well?
Yeah. So a lot of times meditation becomes synonymous with yoga, as if you can't do it independently. And so for me, learning how to turn my focus inward, shut out the outside noise, and then learning different tools that will activate what it is I'm trying to ascend to. It'll activate those channels. So meditation, learning about the different energetic bodies that we all have, learning about energy. I don't do Reiki, but Reiki is a really, really awesome way for someone else to kind of help you break through some energetic barriers. But for me, I'm the foundation. So a lot of the stuff that I do is the foundation. We're laying the groundwork for you to continue to build. And I like that space. I like the fact that I can help somebody start from ground zero or start from the bottom up and work their way up. A lot of my programs are advanced, but for the most part, the spiritual wellness is just introducing people to the idea that you are not just this physical form. You are so much more, and there are tools for you to help you tap into that space as well. So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so funny how we mirror each other so much. And in all of us who are in this anthology, how we have so much in common.
Yes.
Although we didn't know each other.
Not at all.
No, we didn't know each other all. When we came together, I felt like, I met my sisters.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. I read your story last night, right? Because I'm just now kind of delving into what happened this past weekend.
Yeah, I'm still on a high.
And so I sat down and I read your story and I started highlighting. I was highlighting away. I'm like, yo, yes. He is saying this. I needed that. This is so true. This is all facts. And your story is profound. Your story it's so relatable, but at the same time, it's like, wow. I started looking at you like you just never know who you're in a room with until you talk, until you communicate. But in our case, we only had 3-4 hours to kind of get to know each other. But listen, I read that story and I said, listen, she is that deal. You hear me? Like, you definitely are a phenomenal soul, and your journey is beautiful. It is amazing. I was blown away.
Oh. Thank you.
Yes.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
For sure.
So we are going to take, on that note, we're going to take another break, and so we can hear a word from our sponsors. Thank you so much for listening to Just Dropping Gems.
Would the weather keep you from going outside today? Don't suffer from annoying allergy symptoms. Claim your free gift. www.keishagems.com/courses. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Dropping Gemz Academy is offering certifications that can allow you to turn your investment into a certified holistic practice. Use this introduction course as an all-natural alternative seasonal year-long allergy treatment option. Empowered with knowledge, you can help me spread awareness with the rest of the world. Driven by a passion for holistic studies, Author Keisha Christian has listened to your requests and expanded the techniques shared in her acclaimed resource guide, Holistic Gems: How to Treat Seasonal and Year-Long Allergies Naturally into a full online course. The second installment in her published Dropping Gemz series has inspired parents, teachers, naturalists, the therapists to reassess the way they handle seasonal allergy symptoms. Now this course will help you do the same. Sign up to get your free gift. The first 10 registrants get 50% off using the code DroppingGems50 at checkout.
This episode is sponsored by #Pure Romance by Venice. Venice Richards, your Pure Romance consultant, inspires women to enhance their intimate lives and take care of their sexual health. Book your party today. Info in the show notes or description box below if you are watching this on YouTube. This episode has been sponsored by Dropping Gemz Publishing and Dropping Gemz Academy. Be sure to visit our website where we offer holistic solutions with the soul in mind. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at droppinggemz.com. If you are interested in being a sponsor or advertising on this show, you can contact us at keishachristian.com or email us at keishagems@gmail.com. Welcome back to Just Dropping Gemz. We're continuing our conversation with Rachel Newsome. She is the owner of Crowns On, a holistic wellness company that has 4 pillars, as she mentioned before, of creating wellness in a person's life, being that we are holistic beings.
Yes.
There are many different channels to healing. So one pillar that you talked about was nutrition. She actually helps with learning more about plant-based diets, and she goes through that with her clients. We also talked about the exercise component or movement component. She is a certified comedic yoga instructor, and if anybody knows what that is, those are very ancient, the ancient yoga practice out of what is now known as Egypt. She also does has a spiritual component as well that she uses, and also herbal remedies as well, because you're also a certified herbalist.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is beautiful, beautiful. So everyone, be sure to check out Crowns On. All her information is going to be in the show notes if you're watching this on YouTube, and also be sure to follow her on Facebook and Instagram. All that information, as you can see, will be at the bottom of the screen as well. Be sure to follow Rachel. She is a beautiful, beautiful soul. I am so happy that I met her, that we have come together as we are in this anthology, Awaken to Wellness. Be sure to purchase this book. It's powerful. 11 powerful sisters. Women came together to talk about their journey as they awaken to wellness. So I must say, Rachel, thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah, thank you for
coming on the show. I appreciate you. And do you have any final words that you want to leave with the listening audience and the viewing audience?
Sure. One thing that we all must do is be an active participant in our health and wellness. We are in the age now where everything is easily accessible. Everything is like almost an instant gratification type of thing, but we still tend to overlook our health and wellness issues. So at this point, no one is going to eat you to health wellness. No one's going to drink you to wellness. You have to do it yourself. So be active, be at the forefront of your health and wellness because your legacy depends on it.
Yes, I love it. I love it. All right, everyone. I thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Peace, blessings, and much abundance to you. Holistic health. Thank you so much for listening to Just Dropping Gemz. Proud partner of Rude Rangers United Entertainment. We can be found on Roku and on the Rude Rangers app, which can be downloaded on your iOS or Android devices. This episode has been sponsored by Dropping Gemz Publishing and Dropping Gemz Academy. Be sure to visit our website where we offer holistic solutions with the soul in mind. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at droppinggemz.com. If you are interested in being a sponsor or advertising on this show, you can contact us at KeishaChristian.com or email us at KeishaGems@gmail.com. Much abundance to you. Peace and blessings.